We got a show today. We got a good show today.
I can't
I'm
do it.
excited.
I guess I can't do a true review because I've never had anything hot in here.
Fail. It's all right.
'Cause I just
Cold's
don't
all that matters.
drink coffee that much.
All right, guys, welcome to the morning show. It is
Tuesday morning show.
Tuesday morning show, May 11th already.
Can you believe that?
It's almost payday again. I can't wait.
Ooh, 4 more days.
4 more days.
Woo-hoo.
So we got a show for you today. We're doing Frank Zappa, which is the bulk of the show. We'll have a lot of used Frank Zappa, new Frank Zappa. We're talking about the documentary that came out because the records just came out, so that kind of got us going on this. And that's going to do a Yeti review. I've got some signed records. I'm going to talk about my record review show coming up tomorrow, and we got some new arrivals and a little bit of MoFi, nothing really spectacular, but nonetheless a little bit of audiophile stuff for you guys out there as well. Annette did some coloring over the weekend. It's her Yeti cup. Do any of you guys out there watch You Betcha? Anybody ever check out that channel?
Oh yeah.
If you guys,
Miles, and then we get Charlie on there once.
yeah,
in a
if you
while.
guys are looking for a good laugh,
Yeah.
we do highly recommend you check out the You Betcha channel.
And what's the Manitowoc Minute?
Yeah, those
That's
guys
one
are
of
great.
Charlie Barron's.
Yeah, they're from Wisconsin, and the You Betcha guys from Minnesota. So we love to give the Midwest love a little bit, but the You Betcha guys famous for doing Yeti reviews. So I had to kind of sneak in there, and we're gonna have a net review hers. So
My husband's the company my husband works for bought Yeti cups for everybody with their logo on it, and he brought it home, and they're expensive, so I always thought, what's the big hype, right?
yeah,
Well, he's showing me like he would put ice in it during the evening at 8 o'clock at night, and the next morning, if he didn't drink everything, there was still ice in it. I'm like,
it's crazy.
it is. So I'm like, I had to jump on the bandwagon.
So
Went
what?
and got
So
myself a Yeti cup.
did you pick out your color?
Well, I wanted the hot pink one. The store said they had 3 in stock, but nobody could find them, so I went with copper.
I do feel for them because we have that issue here as well.
Mm-hmm. You can't find it.
Yeah.
Inventory shows 3,
Yeah.
0.
Yeah, well, we're only off by 1.
So actually, I'm pretty impressed with
Pretty
it.
happy with it.
Yeah. I like my water cold, and it's just amazing how the ice
Holds.
holds.
Well, you get what you pay for,
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Sometimes I just reuse the cups from the gas station.
Yeah.
That ice doesn't stick around for a whole
No,
long time.
I don't even put ice in mine. This is the Bubba.
The Bubba.
I just
Not
I
the
drink.
big Bubba, just
Mine's
the Bubba.
gone before halfway through the day. I don't even put ice in it. So
So there's my Yeti review. Yeah.
I liked it. I liked it. It was good. But
And I haven't put anything hot in it, so I don't know. I've heard that they're good for hot, coffee.
we really
and
need a
whatever.
versus and do a hot versus colds next time.
Okay, I'll buy a coffee in it next week. Oh yeah, so we still have.
You did
the
some coloring, right?
Screw City Scribbler, which is made. This coloring book is just different Rockford businesses that are in here, and there were like how many different. All these artists on this back page contributed pictures to it,
Yep.
drawings. So I decided to do a couple. Here we have the Olympic Tavern.
Yeah, if you guys,
Rockford.
they may not be local, but Olympic Tavern is a long-standing kind of like not a brewery, but a nice long-standing restaurant here in
Yeah.
town. Been here forever. I think they're second or third generations now running it. They have a nice big beer garden, a great place to eat.
Yeah,
Anybody
yeah.
that comes and visit.
You
So
can't see the beer garden, but I think there's the
Yeah, it's right in
glass of
there.
beer right here. So.
Yeah. And it is cool. It was a great idea. These artists contributed all their work for free.
Yes.
And then all the money that's sold from these books goes towards a local charity.
Of our choice.
Yeah, so we'll once we get them all sold, we'll
Yeah.
get the money to a local non-for-profit here in town.
And then one of our only female-owned tattoo shop in Rockford, Sarah at Six Finger Tattoo. So she had done this drawing of herself.
Look at that. That is
for this
awesome
book.
coloring.
Paul goes in, I think, next week for a touch-up. So I'm gonna have him take this in for her.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it. Well, that's what Annette does in her downtime. That and then a bunch of record research.
Research. Yeah.
Bunch of research.
Oh.
But Frank Zappa, what'd you think of Frank Zappa?
I didn't know where to stop and I didn't know where to end.
It's
There's
a big
so much
topic.
out there.
It's a huge topic.
I mean, I could have spent a week on this.
Easily. I mean, there's it's a long career. He was into all sorts of different things. The people that were with him, that he grew up with, people that after he passed went on to do other things. It's a big topic.
It is.
So how did you scope it down? How?
I just took some basic information and
Okay.
just because, like I said,
You don't know where to start and stop.
I could have ended up with a 20-page book here.
Yeah.
Just on information.
That's why they
so
did a documentary.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I just did some research through one of the shows on in the background as I was listening to it. And,
Yeah. Well, let's start with some records, and then we'll talk about. Let's just kind of change it up. We'll just start with the records, and then we'll go.
So he was born in 1940.
All right.
And died in 93 at the age of 52. That's pretty young. Prostate cancer.
Yeah, that got him.
Yeah.
I got it. I'm starting off with a 200 Motels import.
From France.
It's from French import, double LP. The record is perfect. Actually, that seems really cheap because she's only got $20 on it.
Wow.
For a double LP, 200 Motels. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. French import.
And this one, said something on it about a soundtrack maybe on top?
Yeah, 200 Motels was the movie he did.
Movie.
Was one of the movies he did. He did a few. I mean, 200 Motels is not, it's not like it didn't win an Oscar.
It didn't?
No, it didn't. But, to diehard Zappa fans, it's still a great film. If you're not into Zappa, then you're never going to watch it.
Now,
So this is the soundtrack.
did he
Kind of hard
do,
to find.
like the composing on it?
He did. I mean,
was it composed? Well, I don't have album specific stuff.
This is kind of a
It's
lot
just
later.
That he had an interest in orchestral music, doo-wop music, R&B, modern jazz. His family went, I think they were originally from, Maryland, and then ended up in California.
Yep.
And he started playing guitar and drums at that time.
He even has a song about Valley of the Sun where he grew up. Where they used to raise turkeys.
They used to do what?
Turkey farm.
Oh.
He even wrote a song about it. Valley of the Sun. It's on one of these albums. What else you got for us?
Oh,
You're on a roll. I don't want to stop you.
Just like, hey, hold up an album. That's okay. Let's see. So he joined a band called Soul Giants.
I did not know that.
I think that was mid-60s maybe. I don't have an exact date on that. And it was a bar cover band.
Okay.
And then after he joined them, it was converted from a bar cover band to, they started performing Frank Zappa's original music, where they then morphed into the Mothers
Of Invention.
of Invention on Mother's Day in 1965. At least that's the information I got out of that.
Wow. I also didn't know that because I didn't know why they were called the Mothers of Invention. I didn't. Well, they formed on Mother's Day.
That's what it says.
So how many years ago was that?
I don't know.
Mother's Day was just over the weekend.
1965.
There you go. There you have it.
56 years ago.
Unbelievable.
56? Yeah. And so and I don't think we have it in this file, their debut album was Freak Out.
Yep.
Which launched them as the Mothers of Invention. And it was, according to this research, it's the only the second double rock album ever released.
Wow.
Yeah, I wonder what the first one was.
I have no clue.
Anybody know what the first one was?
First double rock album.
They're calling that a groundbreaking melange of musical genres, both innovative and irreverent.
Huh. All right.
Interesting.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, we got Zappa live in New York. This is a 2 LP set. This is the what do we got here? I'd say it's VG plus. It's not perfect. Live in New York. What do we got for price? Another $20 bill on this guy. Gatefold. I mean, we'll show some records and then we'll get back to the history. How's that sound? Chunga's Revenge. Gatefold. It's got a little bit of wear on the cover there.
Yeah.
It's only $8 though.
I think it was
and it's on Bizarre.
It was well.
Yeah, it's not perfect. It's probably VG plus. It'll still play pretty good. But yeah, the cover shows some wear. The record shows a little bit of wear.
Oh, and if anybody's hearing some really weird noise today, the roof's being replaced next door.
Yeah,
So we keep hearing this loud.
It sounds like a loud fart.
So it's not us.
It's not us.
It's
We
the guys
promise.
next
It's we
door.
promise. It's them doing the roof over there. Joe's Garage Act 1. So they did Act 1, 2, and 3.
And that's the only
This
one
is
we
just
have.
just Act 1. This record looks perfect. Mint minus. Cover VG. It's got a little bit of ring wear on it. What's this have Joe's Garage? We could jam in Joe's Garage. Catholic Girls Crew Slut. What t-shirt night? The Toad O-Line.
Toad O-Line.
Toad O-Line.
Interesting.
How about that? What do you got next? What do you
I'd
have?
like to know, I wonder who created all the song titles.
Oh, probably Frank.
Probably. What do I have? I have Discreet.
They're thumping over there. No, this is
Zappa,
Overnight
Mother's-
Sensation.
The Mother's Overnight Sensation. Another.
This is
this art. You know what's really this artwork is just something else.
that was one of his biggest commercial successes. Overnight Sensation, Apostrophe, and Overnight Sensation were definitely the two big ones. And anybody out here who maybe is trying to get into Frank Zappa, they're starting, they don't know where to start because there's just so much. I would suggest starting with Apostrophe or Overnight Sensation. Give those two a listen. Because, I mean, he did instrumental stuff. He did, he was all over the place. He did a CD called Music for Pets. There's a CD, it's all music for your dogs and cats. And then you have the early stuff, the Mothers of Invention stuff, which is a lot more whacked out, a little more experimental, a lot more psychedelic. It changed from start to end. It was all over the place. But his two biggest commercial successes had to be Overnight Sensation and Apostrophe. That's a good place to start. That's where I started my Zappa journey 16 years ago when we bought the store. And that's how I kind of got into it. And then I kind of explored both directions from there. Also,
Goodness.
I don't know if they can hear it. Maybe it's coming through. I don't know.
Can anybody hear us?
Uh,
I like just digging into this and seeing all the different, as happens on other albums too, you start digging in and realize all of the different instruments
yeah.
and different people that played. I mean, we've got trumpet and vocals, bass, trombone, drums, marimba, vibes, percussion, flute, clarinet, alto and tenor sax, keyboards and synth.
These guys
mean-
all masters of their. I mean, he didn't hire anybody. Man, I keep getting buzzed up today, don't I?
Yes, you do. Yep, start Zappa with Hot Rats. I would, but we don't have a copy of it in the store.
Hot Rats, obviously the early stuff, not a bad way to go.
It's supposedly, I don't have a lot of information about it, jazz-influenced album, and that it showcased Frank Zappa's talent as a great guitarist.
Huh.
Because I can't remember what year that was. Was it 60? Oh, gosh.
Late
Right down
60s.
late 60s.
Yeah.
So all kinds of stuff in the store here.
Here's Zoot Allures. This is this came from a radio station. I'm not sure which one it was. Whitewater, Wisconsin. Came from their radio station back in the day. I'd say very VG plus mint minus record on there. $20 on that for Zoot Allures. I'm gonna go get that door. I think it's. I'm gonna let you continue the show. I gotta go talk to someone real quick.
Oh, okay.
I'll be right
So-
back.
So anyways, like I said, I got a couple pages here, and here is some information about Hot Rats. So after retiring the name of the Mothers of Invention in the late 70s, Zappa withdrew from explicit political commentary and released under his own name the enormously influential jazz rock fusion album Hot Rats, and here it is, 1969. Which featured some vocal from Captain Beefheart. I should have pulled some of his stuff too, but kind of forgot. Through the 70s, Zappa released instrumental albums that featured orchestral music, jazz, and later synthesizers and sequencers. He also released some rock-oriented vocal albums, specialized in jaw-dropping displays of different grossness, apparently. Guess I should watch some of this. And he was. I need Nick back. I'm not used to doing this by myself. So, anyways, back to the Mothers of Invention. Apparently, they gained a European following, as well with the memorable appearance with the London Philharmonica. But in '71, serious setbacks occurred. And during a concert in Switzerland, the venue went up in flames. This event was memorialized in Deep Purple's Smoke on the Water. And then just 1 week later, Zappa suffered an onstage fall, resulting in serious injuries and kind of took him down to a different... he had back pain for the rest of his life, a limp, a lowered voice, so that changed some of that. Let's see what we've got here. So we've got this. We've got Frank Zappa meets the Mothers of Prevention. This is from 1985.
Sorry about that.
We've got 7 songs on this. $18 for this. It's the Mothers of Frank Zappa meets the Mothers of Prevention.
Sorry about that. We're getting some remodeling done, so they always need to ask me questions. That's who was calling.
This is Frank Zappa orchestral.
There you go.
Favorites. So
like we were talking about.
Orchestral. This one is from, I can't see a year on this, 1979.
So it's getting late.
Yeah, five songs on here. There's no listing of who else is in this.
My dad always has a rule with Frank Zappa. If it's a crazy long title, it's probably just a guitar solo.
Oh. Okay.
It's like he's like there's so many of these on these records it'll just be like a guitar solo. Just be Frank Zappa just going.
Bogus Pomp.
This one is orchestral. Like this one's orchestral. So, it's going to be a little different, but.
Yep.
Or how about this one? Bongo Fury, Zappa and Beefheart Mothers, Bongo Fury, live in concert, Amarillo World Headquarters, Austin, Texas, 75. You want to talk a little bit about Beefheart? Do you have any notes on Beefheart?
We already did.
Oh, you did while I was gone?
Talked about a little bit about him being, he had vocal on the Hot Rats album in 1969.
And clearly he's on this one too.
Yeah.
I'd say VG Plus record on this. This is $20.
So outside of playing music, he also directed music videos,
okay,
short films, and features.
Okay.
Became obsessed with synthetic music.
That remodeling noise is really getting in that. She just randomly starts cracking up. It's just these hammer drills just up on the roof here.
And he liked the possibilities with the synthetic music because it could accommodate almost most anything he dreamed up.
Well, of course.
And he dreamed up a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and he did it all.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the vault? You can go on YouTube and you can see the purveyors of his vault of music because they have all of his masters. They have all of the masters for all these records. They have all the film masters for the movies that he did. They have all the DAT tape and the studio tape. They have it all in the vault. And they're talking about how much of it they've gotten out and remastered, and it's like a sliver.
Wow.
He's like, there's so many live concerts and alternate takes. And I mean, it's a vault that's as big as our main room here.
No way.
And they're on pallet racks. And it's all studio grade masters of all the stuff.
That's probably what I should have watched. That sounds interesting.
He saved everything. So we're going to be getting remastered Zappa stuff, live concerts, just stuff till the day we die. I mean, we're going to be seeing it forever, as long as there's demand.
Which, one of the reasons for the show today were these that came. We got these in last week or 2 weeks ago?
I think last Friday.
Yeah. And you want to pull the box
out? Yeah, pull the box out.
There? So this is actually from Zappa, the original motion picture soundtrack, 180 crystal clear vinyl. It's a 2 LP set. Is that also from the soundtrack?
This is also the soundtrack, but it's 180 gram, but it's also like a lot more on it. So let me see those. Let me look at the song list.
Yeah,
let's figure this out.
List. So you've got
Motherly Love. Okay, they're completely different.
Here's where I think they're changed. Oh,
no,
they are completely
they're completely different because that one starts with Motherly Love. This one goes from Black Page #1, and they're not. They don't match up. So that's kind of cool. They didn't just take the first 2 records from here and put them in the box set. It's a totally different package. Are even the songs even the same?
Some of them are, I believe.
Dancing Fool, Valley Girl. Yeah, here's Dancing Girl. Here's Valley Girl. They're in a totally different. I mean, I guess the songs are probably on here, but they're in a completely different record, put completely different press, which is kind of cool. So it's not just they didn't just copy it.
Right.
I like that.
And this one, this is a 2 LP set. This is $40. How much is that?
This is $126 for 5 LPs.
It's all LPs. Are there any CDs or anything else?
Just
in there?
LPs.
Cool.
There's no hype sticker on it. Oh, it says press on vinyl. First time includes. Yeah, that's all it says.
Oh, this one does.
I guess there's a book.
As you were just talking about, it does say that it's featuring unreleased material from the vault.
I'm telling you, they got a lot.
And standout tracks from Zappa's vast catalog. Some pressed on vinyl for the first time ever on these.
And they're going to be getting... They're not even... When I was watching the YouTube video, and I'm sure someone will dig this up, they're like still... I mean, it's very well cataloged, but they're still finding... Okay, it's cataloged. It's a live performance from 73 from this place. But you don't know if there's a great version of this song on it. We don't know if that's... You know, they got to listen to it to find out what is special about that performance. They haven't gotten that far. Yes, it's very well organized, it's very well cataloged, but as far as pulling out the best version of the devil,
they're gonna have to listen to 20 versions of it, decide which one.
They got a long way to go.
Out. Yeah.
And how do you decide? How do you,
right.
you have a
how
vault?
Do
How do you pull that stuff out?
Oh, we've got Paul S. on here today. Hey, Paul S.
Oh,
Hi,
man.
Brad. Hi, Mark.
The Merp and Burb show.
Hi, Robert. Hi, Eat. Hi, Ethan. So, yeah, these are available in store.
Yep, these are already on the website. Any of the other used Zappa, you're welcome to reach out to us, and we can get it on the way to you. Now, this is one of my favorite covers. Did you read the title? Read it out loud.
Ship arriving too late to save a drowning witch. Okay, I see that. I like that.
Only he would come up with that.
Draw something like that.
That's my kind of. I mean, that is. You know, I don't know. Is that genius or is that insanity? I don't know.
And if you look at it, it kind of has a Z.
A. Yep.
See, because there's a Z at A. Huh.
I like what you did there. Mm-hmm. This has Valley Girl on it.
Oh,
which he did with his daughter.
Yes, he did.
Valley Girl, she's a Valley Girl.
I was just trying to... 1982 by Munchkin Music.
Which is awesome because it's a complete snapshot of the world at that time. You know, that Valley Girl thing, I obviously was not around for it. But when I talk to people about this record, they're like, yeah, it's an encapsulation of that world at that time. Which I think a lot of people try to make their music so timeless.
What did I do? How come we're frozen here?
They try to make their music so timeless that it loses something. At least that's my opinion. I think when you make a time capsule record, I think that's a good thing.
It is a good thing.
I think if you work too hard to make it timeless, you're missing something.
So he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1995.
Okay, that's early.
Yeah.
That's
and
real
a
early.
1997 recipient of the Grammy Award for Lifetime Achievement.
Well deserved.
Mm-hmm. His life was chronicled in the documentaries Eat That Question, Frank Zappa in his own words. That was 2016.
Okay.
And then the newest one, the Zappa of 2020, which is playing on a couple different platforms right now.
What is it on? Do you know?
I know it's on Prime.
Prime. Okay.
I don't, and I think Dan said it was on another. He thought maybe Hulu,
Take
but
me
we're
with a
not
spoon.
sure.
Oh, perfect. Good one on the Zappa.
Yes, it was.
So yeah, it's streaming on a few platforms. I'm always a sucker for a hard copy, so I'm gonna try to find a DVD. I don't know. I'll do some hunting. I gotta find one.
Well, on the Zappa movie.
Yeah, on the new one. Hopefully it's on DVD.
Well, it's probably just streaming.
Hate that.
Oh.
Zapped. $15 for a copy of Zapped. It's got previous owners and name on there on the back. Let me see what we got for condition here. Yeah, VG Plus easily. It's not perfect, but not bad. We have a lot of Frank Zappa for once.
We do.
A lot
I
of
was
times.
surprised with how
This
much
is probably the most
there.
Frank Zappa we've had in a long time. Studio Tan. $10. What do we got here? Let Me Take You to the Beach, and Gregory Picari. Revised music for guitar and low budget orchestra.
That's
on
it.
Discreet.
On just one on one side and two on the other side?
Yeah.
Wow. Excuse me, I have to have a Yeti break here.
Oh my gosh.
Wet my
Also,
whistle.
she's doing her Yeti break. We're going to talk about apostrophe. Again, so between Overnight Sensation and apostrophe, these are the two obviously most commercially popular. I remember people were talking about Freak Out. I get a lot of fans for the early Zappa, Hot Rats, Freak Out. Those records are nearly impossible to find used. If they do, they go for a crazy amount of money. Once you get a little further into his discography, these are a lot more humor. There's a lot more humor in these. And Dan, who Death Metal Dan works here, he does not like the humor. He was not into it. It was just wasn't his thing. I thought it was great. I really enjoyed it. I think it went well with the music. I don't think the humor took away from the music. I don't know. Have you listened to these?
No.
Have you listened? You gotta check these out.
I know, once again, because I am just so impressed, and somebody did this on this album, decided to make a little mark here to show all the different people that were playing on this, and that you've got the violin with Sugarcane Harris, who was actually a doo-wop duo in the 50s. Dewey and Terry?
I can't help you with that one.
Oh, I can't remember. And Jean-Luc Ponty is on here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was known for only hiring the best musicians.
And I did get that out of what I was
he kind of
researching.
he was one of those guys who, you had to be multi-instrumentalist, you had to be an expert at your instrument, and he would bring you in the band. He did not hire scrubs or newbies. It was always, you had to impress Frank to get into the band.
And once after, I think it was, they had the first Mothers of Invention band, and then that was in the 60s, they disbanded, and then the next year, he rebanded with a bunch of other artists, and he wanted people who could read music, go out, do a take of it,
Nail it.
and nail it.
Yep. That went through from then on. I mean,
Yeah.
it was always, like you said, even the guest artists on here are Jean-Luc Ponty and Sugarcane Harris. I mean, even just the George Duke's on here.
Right.
I mean, unbelievable. How about this? Ruben and the Jets. This is Frank in high school. This is his high school yearbook picture.
Oh my gosh.
How cool is that? Ruben and the Jets, and then the record company knew that no one would buy it, so they put a little Mothers and Invention sticker in the upper left-hand corner. That's a real hype sticker, guys. That is stuck on the record. It will peel off if you're not careful.
Oh, Don and Dewey, not Terry and Dewey. I don't know where I came up with Terry, but they were the on the other record, the Sugarcane Harris.
This looks just like it's a Mothers and
That
Invention
is
record.
just amazing. That picture on the back. You definitely see the Sicilian influence there. His family was from Sicily.
I didn't know that. Very cool. He was 19 when he quit the group. Oh my gosh. Story of Ruben and the Jets. It's a whole story.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, totally cool. Fillmore, this is a real popular one. Fillmore East, June 71. VG vinyl. Cover's split out. It's not great, but it's like $10. It's on his own record label, Bizarre. What else we got here?
Dweezil here.
Oh, we got a Dweezil Zappa
Dweezil.
record. On Barking Pumpkin. Another one of their own records. $10. Having a Bad Day. The pirate song, You Can't Ruin Me. Blonde hair, brown nose, having a bad day. I want a yacht. I feel like I want to cry.
I want a yacht. Oh, I want a yacht.
I want a yacht. Here's a Mother's.
Speaking of that, okay, so Ravinia, there's going to be a band playing in Ravinia this year, so we are going to have some live stuff around here. That's actually the Yacht Rock Review.
Oh, man, I can't wait.
Yeah.
They had a record store they released not that long ago.
Did they?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I was a big fan of Yacht Rock before the pandemic. I haven't seen any live music, so I'm kind of feeling down about it. $20. Mother's Invention. Obviously, it's got a corner cut. It's got a tape on the top. Makes me believe it was a early promo. Actually, record's in pretty good shape. VG Plus record. Record's in better shape than the cover
Bizarre.
is. Yeah, it's on Bizarre. Record's in way better shape than the cover is.
No doubt.
And then this I pulled off our back wall. This is Waka Jawaka, but it's got a different cover. If you look up Waka Jawaka, there's other, and it says Hot Rats right here. The Hot Rats on the sink is kind of cool. And look at Waka Jawaka. Let's look at the cover.
Oh, look at the picture on the back. Compare that to his yearbook picture.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Let's see if I can just
See if Annette can
album cover.
see if she can spell it right. Jawaka. Oh, that's the right cover. I don't know why they got a rare cover. Oh, someone, they probably thought it was the Hot Rats record.
Oh, because of the...
Yeah, because of the handle.
Yeah.
So, I gotta fix that.
The same one.
I gotta fix that. We don't get everything right here. Every once in a while. We've been known to make a mistake. VG Plus on the record. It's super clean. All right, so that's kind of what else you got? You want to wrap up the Zappa portion of the show, and we'll move on?
Yeah, let's wrap that up. And I just wanted to, a little bit of news that I saw the other day that came across the feed was that Taylor Swift, who we can't keep her records in.
No, we'll get like 20 of them in, and they'll sell it in a day.
Yeah, well, she is. I don't know if she's won it yet or nominated. No, actually, I think. She's preparing to make history as the first woman to be awarded the Global Icon Prize at the Brit Awards. And I was thinking, well, geez, this is 2021.
There's been a lot of great female artists.
Why is it just becoming around? Well, then as I read a little bit further, the Global Icon Award is the highest accolade given and is reserved for truly exceptional artists. And Swift will be the 4th recipient. So... the first female, but only 3 others have won this award. So now it kind of makes more sense.
I get you.
Elton John 2014, David Bowie 2016, and Robbie Williams in 2017.
Robbie Williams?
Robbie Williams. So I don't know why this.
What?
Why there hasn't been one since.
And then T Swift?
Yep.
But,
yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna have to check into that a little bit more. But
yes,
when that popped up that it was the first female, I mean that drew my eye into it and wanted me to know
what's going on.
All
right. Mm-hmm. Okay. I want to plug my next show. We're gonna I have a new show coming out on our YouTube channel here where we do Rise record reviews. Me and my best friend from high school, and even into college. He just moved across the country, which is unfortunate for our friendship. But now we get to review records on our YouTube channel. So we're going to be doing once a week reviews of records. We did our first one. We've already filmed it. We're going to be reviewing Grandson Death of an Optimist. That record, that review will come out tomorrow on our YouTube channel. And we will be doing all sorts of different records. The next one's country. Then after that's going to be probably back to like maybe some indie stuff. So we're jumping around all the different genres. We're trying to hit records that people may have missed. Like this one came out in December of 20. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of records that come out in the record store that are, every week there's 4 big releases. Everybody wants the Van Weezer. Everybody wants the, Greta Van Fleet. But there's like 12 other records that came out and no one talks about them because everyone's talking about the other ones.
Mm-hmm. True.
So we're going to kind of go back and circle back around and look at these releases that happened in the recent past. We're not going to go back 10 years. We're going to go back in the last 6 months, maybe the last year, and look at these releases and say, man, people, we missed something here. And bring out the review. I tagged some of the hit songs. He has in-depth reviews of the record. I talk more generally about it. Excited to have that show come out tomorrow.
How long are these shows going to be?
This one was a little long. It was 27 minutes.
Well, and it was the first one, so you guys are probably getting used to that as well.
Yeah, it's a new format for us, so we're learning a little bit. I'm hoping to keep it around 20 minutes, but we'll see how that goes.
That would be really fun.
So yeah, tune in for that. If you've subscribed to the channel, you will get a update when I put that video up. So if you haven't yet, please do subscribe. It does help us out. Next part, we got some signed records. Now, we don't have authenticity. because we're not an authentic store. We're not an authentic store. We're not an authenticator, I should say. I do know where this record came from. Pere Ubu, the gentleman that passed, was in a million bands, knew everybody, went to all the shows in Chicago. This one's double signed. Pere Ubu, the Tenement Year. I got $40 on that. This one isn't signed, but it's another Pere Ubu. So I can, with pretty good confidence, say that this is an authentic signature for the Pere Ubu record. So I do know where that source came from. I believe that. These we found in our racks. We've been going through and restocking our used vinyl.
Yeah.
This last week, I should say John has been, our new employee. Mm-hmm. And he found some stuff. So these, I mean, they just were in the rack. This Mark Lindsay Silverbird. I can't authenticate it. It says $14. For $14, I'm not going to get it authenticated. But who in their right mind is going to copy a Mark Lindsay signature? I mean, who would forge that? I mean, I think that's legit. I know there's some signed collectors out there. For $14, it's probably worth a shot. The record's in good shape, but it's signed. And what do we got next?
Oh, we've got Singapore in the house. Good morning.
Singapore.
Or good evening to you.
It's Paul, though.
No, it's not. There's Abdul.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, Paul's just telling us that Singapore's in
Oh,
the house.
ah.
He's our moderator, I guess.
Oh,
today.
okay. I bring him in
He's
as
still
moderator.
off of work until through the end of the week.
What else? The last signed one
Well, we
you got?
have the Osmonds Homemade, and this is saying, to Courtney with love, Donnie. Now,
So Donnie was probably like 17 when he wrote that.
this is from 1971.
He was really young, if
Yeah.
that's an authentic Donnie signature. Again, who's copying Donnie signatures? However, my mom had brothers, and they would sign things and give them to her as a fake gift as well. So
Oh, that was rotten.
my mom grew up with 3 brothers, so that's what happened. Is it real? I don't know. But what's the price on it? We've got $17 on it, so it might be. Maybe some people out there can look at stuff and know if they're real.
VG plus on the vinyl for Donnie Osmond album.
And I mean, he was
too bad.
If you look at his new signature, it's nothing like his signature when he was like 16.
That's true. My handwriting.
So I don't know.
What my handwriting?
It's probably
is
authentic.
today.
I can't guarantee it. I don't know. We just get the records in. I just sell them.
Right. What would,
Buy at your own risk.
right. Maybe Courtney could buy this.
No, if it was like Kiss and it was $500, I would be like, okay, let's really get this thing researched. It's Donny Osmond. Someone out there will think that's the coolest thing in the world. All right. Next up, we're going to talk about MoFi for a hot second because there's not much to talk about.
Exactly.
I am on the lowest amount of mobile Fidelity records I have ever had in the history of the store. I'll let you start. I'm going to make sure the second one's live. You want to pull them the first one?
Oh,
So this is all we have in stock, guys.
not a whole lot here going on.
Not a whole lot. Yes.
Yes. Oh, I thought you were gonna. I was just holding it and waiting for you to talk. So we got Yaz upstairs at Eric's here. I don't know how many of this we have. This is the Silver Label Sound Lab from MoFi, $26. They're limited edition, but I don't think
They're not numbered. They're silver label and they're $26
Right.
and cheap.
They've got a number on them, but there's no end cap on that number, so they could go on forever, right?
Correct.
So we got that one, Silver Label MoFi. What else? We have the Pretenders, Learning to Crawl. It's the original master recording on this one, $36. Also, on the back, special limited edition with no cutoff on that. So they are numbered. And this is 180. And so, do you know how many? We probably have 1 or 2 of these left, maybe.
Yeah, we're getting low. We got maybe like 4 or 5 of those. Bob Dylan, Oh Mercy, which is totally out of stock, out of print.
This one is saying that it is limited to 4,000 copies.
That was all the Bob Dylans are out of print. This is the title that I was able to get from a different distributor, not direct. So I was able to get some stock because I mean, when stuff's limited to 4,000, your options are pretty limited. So I did get some more of these. I got some of these in stock.
They are $100.
They are 100 because they're out of print, and they've been out of print now for probably 6 months. So
Yeah,
what I got's
that
what I
sounds
got.
about right. What do you have?
I just put this back in stock, which is why I had Annette start this off. I literally put 2 in. $175, blood, sweat, and tears. 1 step. I've got like 2 or maybe 3 left.
Which mine is still sitting back there too.
Yeah, you got to take yours home because I might be counting that one.
No, don't count that one.
So, yeah, we're really low on these. They're 175. I sold 2 last night, so I don't expect them to hang around too long.
And I'll let you hit this one.
This is the absolute last MoFi Blues for Allah, Grateful Dead Blues for Allah. The zip strip is almost totally torn off, which sucks, but it's what happens when you put records in the rack and people are flipping through and they grab a record and zip. So it is brand new. The zip strip is torn. These are limited to 4,000. This is the last one. It's still hanging by a thread, but I can tell you it's new because it's from my store. So that's it. That's all I got for MoFis. That's all I have. Hopefully this week I'll be getting a little bit of restock, but I don't expect too much.
Got some trade-ins here.
Now we're moving on to trade-ins. Did get a lot of good 180-gram trade-ins this week. I got a Johnny Cash American Recordings. This is one of the 6 that came out. We got $20 on that. Move some Zappa around here.
Yeah.
Robert Plant, Carry Fire, which is, I haven't had this. What year is this? Is 2017. So I'm pretty sure this is out of print. We've got $25. It is a 2 LP set. Gatefold. Records are in rice paper sleeves, which is always good. All records look perfect. So $25 on that. And we got some country traded in. Obviously, if I started with Johnny Cash.
Right. We got the very best of Dolly Parton here. $25 on this one. You get a 2 LP set. A lot of great songs on this from originally 2007, and then it looks like it was repressed in 2020.
Yep, we had these new. I don't know if I think they might be sold out. I think they're between pressings on that.
Yeah, so $25 for that.
It's probably 31 new would be my guess. I've never had this record in the store. This Lady Antebellum, which is now Lady A.
Yes,
they had to change her name. $16. We don't really get a lot of newer country. It's hard to get because it goes out of print super fast. Single LP. It also has a lyric book in here. It's got a little lyric, like a little promo. 1 sheet with the lyrics on the back. So I'm guessing if it gets reissued, it probably won't say Lady Antebellum. It'll probably say Lady A. So might want to grab that before.
Now that's what I call country classics from the 90s.
Oh, I love these now records.
I do too.
I'm so glad they started putting them on vinyl.
We got Billy Ray Cyrus, Alan Jackson. I mean, we've got everybody on here. Brooks and Dunn, Reba McEntire, Travis Tritt, Lone Star, George Strait. I mean, Diamond Rio, Toby Keith.
That stuff is all impossible to find on vinyl because it's all came from the 90s. There was no vinyl. I mean, if there was any vinyl, it was like they made like 2000 Nirvana records, which is why they're so hard to find. They did not make any country vinyl from the 90s.
No.
$30.
$30 on
2 LPs.
That would be fun to have.
Yeah, that's a fun record.
Reba.
How about Reba? $19 for the Reba. Single LP, gatefold. Rumor has it is the 30th anniversary edition of this record. Record looks like brand spanking new.
Didn't Adele do Rumor Has It? What was her song called? That was kind of like that.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's the same song.
No, I don't think so. Reba.
Look
at her. Look at her on the back. Looking real. Look at that hair.
You know. It's straight up
30 years ago.
80s. 90s here. Queen. We got a trade in.
A Day at the Races. $19 trade in. It's 180 gram. I mean, it's stone cold mint. It's brand spanking new, basically. Let's see what's on this one. Tie Your Mother Down was a big one. You Take My Breath Away, Away, The Millionaire
Somebody
Waltz.
to Love.
Somebody to Love. Yeah. There's some big hits on that one.
Let's do that.
Strokes, The New Abnormal, which has been a phenomenal seller in my store. This is a great record. It's got a strange outer plastic packaging on it, which is just how they came.
It does. Yeah, nice.
And Rick Rubin produced this album, which is probably why it's been selling so darn well. $25 get you that. The plastic on this one's in really good shape, guys. A lot of times I get these and they're all warped. Like the sun gets to them and they like get all crinkly. This one looks like brand spanking new. Sturgill Simpson, Sound and Fury, $18. Gatefold, is it 2 LP?
It looks like it.
It's a single LP. thought it was a single LP. Mint vinyl.
Yeah, then there's
$18. There's a booklet.
There's a booklet in there. Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
There's 18. If you guys are looking at any of these records that we've gone through, give us a call. Give us, once the show's done, obviously. Don't call right now. Wait till the show's over. Give us a ring. We will get any of these pulled for you, conglomerated. We have a $7 flat rate shipping. You can also check all the new vinyl and all the new MoFis over on ToadHallOnline.com.
Get another
We'll get to that in a minute.
Innuendo.
$19. Oh, same time.